talk to you about something serious, and one of the reasons why it's a possibility for me to disappear, become a ghost to anything and everyone. Not everyone, but this particular energies that I just find myself in need to disappear from. See, God is a God of forgiveness, and none of us are perfect. None of us do everything 100% right. Some of us hold grudges about things that are unnecessary. Some people never grow up. Some people never find it in themselves to grow and develop a mindset of how to get peace and keep peace. A lot of people disrespect the homeless. There's a lot of evil people walking this earth, from the people that harm animals for no reason. Did you know that there's people out here that poison homeless people, and that's the reason why they reject taking food from people sometimes, even when they're hungry? They rather figure it out and get it themselves to where they know nobody touched it, or at least they can have a conscience that nobody touched it if they got it themselves. A lot of these things I didn't even know was happening. One of the reasons why they refuse bottles of water from people, we never know. Now, I haven't hit the rock bottom part of homelessness to where I had to search and scavenge for food. But for the ones that do, I have a new awakening about what it is that they go through every day when they not drug addicts, when they not people that's just lazy, when they people that's just down on their luck, or they got a mental condition, or they got a medical condition that's keeping them from progressing in life because it's difficult to keep jobs when you have these type of issues. Maybe it's medication that they on that they have to take that's causing them some type of problem mentally to where they can't function to keep a job. It's so many things that go on with different people that we had never know nothing about because you're not in that position. But one of the things that I hear some of these people say that's not in that position, and they might be doing well in life, or they doing just good enough to not be homeless. One of the things that I hear these people say, I just heard a rich man tell a homeless person that we all got the same 24 hours, and they would never let themselves be homeless because they step by step create a way for themselves not to be homeless. Now, the moment that I heard him say that was the moment of awakening for me, because everybody that speaks as if they all got it figured out and they got it all together, they don't have no idea when God is going to snap his fingers and allow your life to take a turn. Whether that's you have a mental condition that just happens to happen. You might have a car accident, everything change. You might have a stroke, heart attack, anything change. Anything can happen to you at any given moment. You could be walking down the street and a car can just run the curve and hit you. Now you handicapped for the rest of your life. You can be playing sports just for recreation and fall the wrong way. Now you mentally disabled. So the people that talk down on homeless people, or the people that don't have, there's something about y'all that y'all missing, and that's humanity. Y'all don't have the thought process of a real human being. Y'all are soulless. Because for you to think for 1 second that your life can't take a turn, literally in the next split second, your life can be different. There's so many people that went from being professional athletes in football, basketball, anything, soccer, hockey, and they retired and they making money and they doing well, and 5 years later something happens. They develop a disorder to where they can't even speak properly. They can't carry anything. People have to take care of them. after them making millions and millions of dollars, now it means nothing if you did not have the support that you need to keep yourself alive and to keep yourself functioning. If everybody was just to leave from around you and you was just forced to do it all on your own, you would not be able to. When you think about that harsh reality, it'll start making you respect other people that's doing less than you, or people that's in a more or less fortunate situation than you. It'll make you start treating them better. One of the reasons why I feel like I want to disappear soon as I'm able to get my son in a place to where he's fully developed as a man and can take care of himself, I feel like I'm going to disappear for one of these big reasons. You know what I'm saying? I really don't have time for people like you because y'all hide on this internet, and I'm not going to let you stop what I'm talking about. Because see, people like you hide behind this internet, but in person, y'all are actually feared of people of color. That's why y'all say all this stuff on the internet, but won't walk up to nobody and say it in their face because you know that they'd do something to you bad. So I'm going to go ahead and remove you. I'll see you later. You go ahead. Now that I got that person out of the way, let me continue. How y'all doing? God bless. So the reason why I'm saying that I'll disappear is these reasons. People that choose to think that they helping me out, they only help you for a certain amount of time until they feel like you need them. And then they change the way that they treat you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. People will give you help and then change the way they treat you when you feel like they feel like you need them. They feel like you in a situation to where you're desperate to need them. See, this is one of the reasons why I never would mind being homeless if I was in a bad situation. This is one of the biggest reasons, why I will never ask another human being for anything else ever again in my life. One of the biggest reasons why is because I have helped people in their worst times. I have pretty much was a home health aide for my people that was in my life at a certain time, and I didn't ask for nothing in return. I have given away money to people that was in need for multiple months at a time and didn't ask for any of it back when they didn't pay me back, even when they said that they would pay me back. I wasn't willing to give more than I was willing to lose. You know what I'm saying? And what I keep on running into with the people that say they love me is they'll get in a position to where they'll tell me to come do this, come do that. I got you. But in a small bit of time of me doing that and accepting that olive branch of help, they'll twist and turn everything to be like, okay, now I want this. Now I want that. Now I want this. See, me, when I help people, say, for instance, if I was to move somebody into a place where I live, and I said, I'm going to help you, I want you to get on your feet, I would at least give you a certain amount of time to develop yourself. And then if you can't develop yourself within, say, for instance, 12 months, I give you, you got a job, you got things going for yourself, you just need to stack your money up and get yourself in position. I would give you those 12 months and say, look, I'm going to help you with this. No bills, no nothing. You just go ahead and stack your money as much as you can stack it. But if you don't stack no money within these 12 months, I know that you're not trying. Because if I let you live scot-free for 12 months and you have a job and you are not able to stack your money up to put yourself and level yourself up to a certain place within 12 months, then you're not trying. You're just spending your money. So I can't constantly keep helping somebody like that. But see, this is type of stuff that I've done for people. Clothes, shoes. Every 2 weeks, somebody calling me for money. I done help people in all kind of ways. Now, one of the other things, gossip. People that go behind your back and gossip about everything. They might try to help you, but then behind your back, they be telling some other people how much stuff they done for you and how annoying you are or how irritating it is or something that you do or don't do. And they'll say this to everybody in the outside. You know what I'm saying? They'll say this to everybody but you. You know what I'm saying? They'll have all these conversations with friends, co-workers, other people in the family that all want to just stop and gossip and say the worst things about you behind your back. Then you got the type of people that's friends, co-workers, family, whatever they are, that might have a problem with you. They have a hidden jealousy about your light. They just don't like the light in you. Then you have the people that'll disrespect your children. Claim to love you, but disrespect your children and think that it's okay. Then you have people that try to make amends about stuff, but then you got people that hold the grudge. They won't let it go. So then it just continues. And then you got two people that's not going to continue to just keep on going through the cycle of trying to make amends. So then there's friction around everybody. See, I want peace in my life, and I want complete peace in my life. I'm not the type of person that's going to tolerate anything but that. So if I have to live by and be homeless with a job and stacking my paper, but I don't want to be a part of the system. So I don't want to constantly keep on spending my money on rent and bills just to have a place to live, just so I can have nothing. Keep on spending money on all of these groceries that's overpriced, rent that's overpriced, bills, electric that's overpriced, gas that's overpriced. Everywhere that you look, everything is overpriced. I'd rather live homeless and save all my money and definitely be one of those type of people that tell the system that I don't want nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anything to do with the system. So I don't mind saving my money and doing what I gotta do and being alone and not asking nobody for nothing, because it always comes with some type of thing that makes me feel uncomfortable or unpeaceful. Whether it's just the way somebody carries themselves, their characteristics, their attitude, their fake help. You know what I'm saying? When you got something going on and you like, hey, can I come over there and just handle this for like the 6-7 months and then I'll be right back out your hair, just to get ahead of your life for a little bit. And they say, yeah. But a couple months down in the line, it's like something about you just being around and starting to annoy them in one way or the other, one aspect or another. See, me, I be learning my lessons, but then I give other people, sometimes I give people a chance to kind of show me if they changed or not. And then all of a sudden I just see that nobody has. So then when people disrespect something I created, for whatever reason it is, and I try to break the cycle of negativity, but then people want to keep it going. When somebody goes and they stir up a problem with another person just to have something that keeps them going, just to keep a drama flowing, because they need it to fuel their lives because they miserable in the inside, those are the people I'm no longer tolerating going around, and I don't want to be around them. And I don't care if we blood related, friends, ex-friends, past co-workers, anything in my whole entire life. I do not subscribe to this whole blood family shit. I subscribe to good and evil, good, bad, good heart, negative heart. That's what I subscribe to, because I'm going to stay on the good side every time, and I'm going to stay at peace every time. And I don't care if I had to sleep up under a bridge for my peace and just keep my money flowing and do things. And it's hard to do when you got somebody to take care of, whether you got kids or not. So you trying to keep them stable until they old enough to go out in this world and be a man or a woman and handle everything on their own, and then you could go about your business. Because I can promise you right now, I wouldn't go around a single soul. And when I make this transition that I'm trying to make in my life to level up, I feel like I'm a really just kind of disengage and disconnect myself from everything. Because I understand that a lot of things that's outside of me bring me more problems than it brings me peace. I have a problem with people that down people when they at their worst or when they low. Because it could easily be you in the next split second, like I said before. All of these people walking around being materialistic. You see all of these, whether it's a celebrity, a wannabe celebrity, a wannabe influencer that really don't have it, but they acting like they got it. People like Rick Ross. You got people that's trying to keep a facade going. And then you got people that talk about who's broke and who's rich and who ain't got this and who ain't got that. When you really got these magic glasses on that Dick Gregory was talking about and you see the world for what it is, you stop putting your value in shit like that. Because, like I said, your life can flip upside down, whether you a millionaire or not. Your life can take a turn at any given time. And you got most of these people that do evil to keep the money that they have. There's things that's going on behind the scenes that you might not know about that's making these people rich or keeping these people rich that you have no idea what's going on. All you see is, damn, I want to be that person and I want to be there and I want that kind of money. But you don't know what kind of blood is attached to that money. You don't know what type of evil is attached to that paycheck that they getting. But you want it so bad that you go jump and you dive right on in there with it. Kind of like a finesse 2 times. You dive in, you take that money, you think that it's about to elevate your life, but you put yourself right in the midst of the same evil that everybody else did. Now you're stuck trying to fight your way out of it. And it get more difficult every single day. But you didn't already subscribe to it. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to get mines with the strength of God. I'm going to get mines with the strength of me. I'm going to get mines with the strength of love, peace, and family. And if I got to create a whole nother family and disengage from the one I have to do so, or if I have to drop every friend I ever had in my life, which I've already have, to do so, if I have to leave a job for my mental health, I will do so. If I have to be homeless just to stay away from people that irk my nerves or that try to like put a twist in my nervous system or try to dismantle the peace that I've built for myself, I will do so. I will come to the park and sleep in the park with no problems, feeling this wind, this air, talking to animals, touching trees, putting my socks and shoes off on the ground and putting my feet into this dirt and touching these trees like this. You know what I'm saying? When you look at a wounded tree like this and you think about all of the energy, when you think about everything this tree done been through, when you think about this wound, this tree is bleeding for one reason or another. There's so much information within the roots of this tree that you wouldn't even understand. But you got to be able to be in tune with stuff like this. Because if you're not, you just going to keep on chasing these dollars. And boy, oh boy, the karma to come back to certain dollar bills that you choose to grab. Certain people that you choose to disrespect. Because you have no idea what they done been through in their life. Some of these homeless people out here that had so many back surgeries that they can't work. And if they do work, they can only do small little things. And some people don't want to pay people for that type of stuff. But yet you'll walk past them and treat them like nothing. See, I can't help every homeless person. I just try to give when I can. I more so try to help these children out here that's either selling lemonade, selling water, selling candy. I don't even buy it. I just give them $1 or $2. Even if I don't buy none. I just try to help their day because they might not have sold nothing all day. Might not have made money all day, and they've been out there for 3 hours, 5 hours, 8 hours, and haven't sold nothing. I just try to do my part to say, look, I'll at least try to put a smile on somebody's face, even if I barely have nothing. I've donated half of my closet of clothes to people. I'm at the point in my life, I'm only 42 right now, and I don't even want things anymore. I want the least amount of clothes that I can have. I want the least amount of shoes that I can have. I want the least amount of things that I have to carry around and be mindful about as I can. I want to be free. I want to be able to pick up and move when I want to move and not have nothing attached to me that I have to worry about. That's what I want. So I'm big on like investing in. I don't want to have a lot of properties where I can't go leave and live out the country because I got so many things to worry about back home. Who's going to manage it? Who's going to take care of it? Who's going to handle these things while I'm gone? I don't want any pets because I'd rather have a baby that's going to grow into something that can start feeding itself, drinking itself, walking itself, using the bathroom by itself. I don't want anything that's fully dependent on me. Then you look around at these people that say that they want to help you, but then they do everything they can to try to hold you down. It's like they don't want to see you progress into something better than they have become for themselves. Worry about those kind of people. Be mindful about those kind of people. Because when you start doing stuff that somebody else never took the opportunity to do, they would do any and everything to try to keep you low so that you don't never get to that point. And you got to break yourself away from them people. It don't matter if you got to be homeless. It don't matter if you got to block everybody, change your number, and don't talk to nobody no more. Sometimes you have to do this. Sometimes your own damn children can be your downfall. Sometimes your children can be great and be amazing. But you have to teach them how to be. If they don't, it is what it is. But at least you gave them some information. You gave them some wisdom. So they can't never say that you never taught them something their whole damn life. Some people just make the choice not to ever want to grow up. But you got to live for you at some point. And I'm at that point. So, as life develops over these next couple years, there's going to come a time where I'm leaving and I'm going to move out this country. Me and the person that I choose to try to save this money with and do all of these things with to get myself in position to leave, when I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm never returning. The new family that I have, I'd rather deal with that type of peace. I'd rather deal with those type of problems. That's way less problematic than what goes around and surrounds the energy in this country as a whole. Most families can't work together to save their lives. Most families can't live together to save their lives. They can't split the bill, split the rent for just a couple years just so everybody can become rich. You know, they can't allow you to come stay with them for just 1 year so you can level up and do something great. Maybe start a business that the whole family can bounce off of. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can start tuning into the business. Maybe you got the vision. But you know what's crazy? These people that started Kroger's, Walmart, Dell, most of these big companies that you hear about right now, they slept on their mama and daddy's couch for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Their parents ain't asked them for nothing. But guess what? Their parents don't want for nothing no more. Because that person had a vision and something that they was building business-wise, and they did it. Now they mama and daddies don't have to work another day in their damn lives, all because they were willing to let their child develop their vision. We don't have that now. We got people that within 2 months, they want to start asking you for half of everything. You never, what I've done with my son, I at least gave him some time to save up for himself as a young adult before he even turns 18. I at least gave him an opportunity to have the ability to put himself in position so when he's grown, he won't need nobody. He can at least have a good start. All of these things is stuff that never happened with me. I had to get away and just live my life and just figure everything out on my own. I had to leave when I was 18 because it was more of a mental peace for me to just get away from people and just live my life, regardless if I had to go through the growing pains. But I didn't have it to where somebody could just let me grow and develop and save for the first 5 years of my adulthood so I can start a business or buy my first property and have something going for myself. Nah, people drive you away in the American society now. People drive you away to make you want to be on your own now in American society. There is no, oh, for the first 3, 4, 5 years, I want you to save as much as you can and start that business you want, or get your first property. Get 2 properties if you can save enough to do so, or start a restaurant. Then we can have a family-owned restaurant. That is very slim to none happening in this American society now. Everybody's trying to figure it out as an adult on their own, living on their own, working 2 jobs, stuck in the system, can't do nothing for themselves, too tired to even think about investing, don't even have money to invest. But like I said, you got to start understanding that at any given time, it could be you. Any given time, it could be you. Whether it's homeless, sick, disabled, dead, anything. It could be you in a split second. So before you look down on the next person for not having what you have, or not having the health that you have, or not having the mind that you have, the skill set that you have, before you look down on the next man, just understand that you can lose that ability in a split second. Respect yourself. Respect others. Have some human decency. Be kind. And don't help nobody with the thought process of wanting something in return. If that's all you're going to do is hold shit over somebody's head because you feel like they need you because you're helping them, don't help them. Let them stay where they was at. If they got something going on for themselves and they just need your help a little bit to just boost them just a little bit, if you ain't going to do it out the kindness of your heart without starting to just pinch and, give them a hard time about it, or start talking shit to everybody else around you behind their back about it, then don't help them. Stop fake loving people. A lot of y'all is fake loving people. And for the people that done disrespected me and said stuff about me that they know for damn sure wasn't true, said stuff about me that they know for a fact I wouldn't never do, for the people that done disrespected my daughter, my son, all because of some little weird drama shit that they had going on in their own goddamn lives because they miserable. People can't never say that I haven't tried to be nice, and I have tried to be humble, and I done tried to be caring and loving to everybody. But this little sneaky, little slithery snake, devilish shit that people be doing behind my back, in my whole entire life, this stuff been happening. From my neighborhood, to the friends that I grew up with, to people in my family. This shit been happening for a long time. To the women I chose to have kids with, that was my mistake. I got to deal with that. But everybody in some shape, form, or fashion got some sinister ass energy to them that I can't quite put my finger on. But it's weird. And I ain't saying that they completely bad people. I ain't saying they never did nothing good. But the overall aspect of life ain't been, I can't expect myself in other people. You can't either if you're a good person and you got a good heart and soul. Don't expect yourself in other people. And this is just the reality of what I'm dealing with in this world as a whole. Even at any job that you go to, you can make a company $20 million and they can drop you at the blink of an eye as soon as they don't need you no more. Ain't no thank you, ain't no gift. They give you a certificate of appreciation and tell you to get on about your way. So you listen to me when I tell you, make sure you take care of yourself. Make sure you take care of your peace. If you got to disengage and start a whole nother family outside of the one that you was born into, do it. I know a lot of y'all be feeling like, oh, that's family, so I gotta stay in the midst of this because it's family. Nah. It's certain things that I wouldn't do to my people. It's certain things that I done did to help my people that I just don't feel like I get in return. And I'm cool with it because I ain't crying about it. I done took myself and chose to be outside on purpose, even when I had the money to get an apartment. I just stayed outside just to stay away from people's energy and to just bask in my own and nature's energy and these animals' energy and the sunlight and the sky. It's like I'd rather do that than to deal with people's energy that change every fucking so often. Every month or two, or every 2 weeks, it's a different type of energy or vibe coming from somebody when I'm consistent with the way that I love people. I even try to enlighten people that's way older than me. Sometimes I do. Me and my dad had a conversation about some things that was happening, and even he learned from me at his age. And like I told my dad, he said, "You was right, son. You're never too old to learn." And then he finally seen it. He finally understood what I was saying to him. Because at one point in time, he told me he don't need to know nothing. He don't need to learn anything from nobody. He know everything. But in that moment of our conversation, he chose to listen. And he chose to understand. No matter how old you get, you can learn from somebody. No matter how much money you got, you can learn from a homeless man. You know, you can have $10 million and learn from somebody that has zero. Because sometimes the learning is your spirit, your spirituality, your mindset. Sometimes the knowledge is worth more than the money that you got in your bank account. A lot of people got skills financially, but they have no life skills. A lot of people got all type of skills to build a house, but they can't build their mind. They can't strengthen their awareness, their empathy, their communication. There's certain skills that you need in life that you can't get just because you got money, or you was born into money, or you found out how to make money, or you working with people that do evil and you don't know about it, but they cut you a check for helping them do what you don't even know you helping them do. And then when you find out and you stay in it, you just as bad as they are. Your spirit is just as tainted as theirs. So I tell you this, my peace this time, it's going to get real. Because this time, I ain't never coming back to this type of reality, to where everybody feels like they got turmoil, to where I feel like everything around me It's everybody's energy is off. People always have some kind of inner problem with somebody else, or they always have something negative to say about somebody else, or they always try to pull people down when they trying to rise, or they give off this negative energy to make you feel uncomfortable every day. I'm cutting that shit all off, and I'll never come around it again. And I don't care if I have to sacrifice never talking to people that I love ever again. I'll do it. Because peace is more important than any problem that anybody could ever give me. Peace and love.